Yes, I would like to welcome you to another episode of The Foundation here on High Frequency Radio Network. I am your host, Sot, and we are The Foundation, and this is High Frequency, where we understand incorrect information incorrectly applied can get you hurt. Correct information incorrectly applied can get you hurt. So we're looking to correctly apply that correct information. As always, I want to start off by saying all praises, honors, and thanks due to the Creator and the ancestors. I want to say shout out, peace, salute to my big brother, Yusuf L, Uncle Yusuf L, High Frequency Radio Network creator. He's the extraordinaire, my man. Private Side Solutions. My man did, secure SPC University. Trying to keep up with the brother is just impossible. So I just do what I can to learn and, keep it moving as far as doing my own dance. You feel what I'm saying? But that's definitely the big brother. And always and every time want to give a shout out to him. I want to invite you to check out welcome to thefoundation.com. Make sure you sign up for the email list. You can find the Facebook page. You can find the Twitter page, the Instagram page. If you're into that, you can find the PDF section. Get your free learn on. You can book a consultation. You can also make a donation, as well as check out the education section. We got webinars. We got documents, files, basically Passport No Social Part 1 and 2, Chris L, as well as the Foundation Trust Series Part 1 and 2, and you got the Foundation Trust Primer, are the first things debuted on welcome to thefoundation.com. I'm very excited to present this stuff to you. It's kind of hard to put stuff out. You don't know how it's going to go over. Did I do a good enough job? But, I trust that everything is going to, do that dance for you and, for the whole foundation, for, what we're doing over here. So definitely check out the education section. Welcome to thefoundation.com. Sign up for the email list. Do your dance all over the page. I appreciate it. I want to say peace to all the listeners. I want to say peace to all the live listeners. I want to say peace to all the live callers, the internet listeners, the archive listeners. I want to say peace to the MP3 sharers. Definitely want to say peace to you. I want to say peace to everyone listening on YouTube. You might be checking out the show on YouTube, My bad. I want to say peace. I also want to say peace to all the trustees in private trustee training, as well as all those investing in their private education. I think that's a big thing, and it's not very many people saying, that's what's up. Keep it going. I respect you. You're investing in your private education. You're an inspiration. Most people don't even know what you're doing. So, I know. I see you. I respect you. Peace. I also want to say peace to anyone that we've done business with in the private, anyone who has sent an email, well wishes, or current event, as well as anyone who's otherwise added to the foundation. You know what I'm saying? So definitely want to say peace. The foundation, advanced. I'm doing some advanced episodes. Well, I consider them advanced. I know I've had people say, man, I'm checking out the show. I gotta listen to it a couple times, or sometimes I'll email you and you'll email me a response to my question. I gotta read it a couple times because it's kind of over my head, and I'll be trying to be very aware of that. Because my ultimate goal is for people to get the information and understand it. But right now, when I say advanced, I'm just putting y'all on notice, man. This stuff is advanced. You might catch it, you might not. I would just suggest, just check out the show over and over again. Just play it. But this stuff right here is the hidden secrets of life insurance, and that's the thing. Like, the first thing you think of when I say life insurance, what is it? One of the yeah, death. Yep. And I think that's the big, I think that was done on purpose. I think that was kind of like a PR thing, public relations things by the powers that be. And then B, I believe that those who kind of got hip, maybe they went to school, happened to go to school, moved in with their rich aunt, and this happened a lot when back in the day. We all say back in the day, but I'm talking about back in the day. It happened a lot. You'd have maybe a wealthy aunt or uncle or grandfather, and your parents would beg that wealthy aunt or grandfather to allow their children to go live with them, because that way they can go to the schools and be a part of a different lifestyle, get different friends, and really be able to get that chance to have that economic mobility and get out of the poverty aspect of the family, and bring the family, usher in the new age for the family as far as social and economic status. So a lot of times they would do that, and I think some of those people came home, maybe they flunked out or whatever, but they heard stuff. They heard stuff about life insurance. They heard stuff about trust. And I think maybe it's quite possible that some of the initiatives in certain types of life insurance that really don't have any benefit unless you just straight up die within a certain amount of time, or other types of legislative trusts and stuff like that still give the state power and control over the entity, where really kind of put in the place of the real stuff that maybe someone heard, or maybe picked up on a conversation on a train or on an airplane, or in a lobby or something like that. And when I start thinking about it like that, I just be like, dang. So I like to tell people about this stuff, and I know a lot of this stuff is heavy. It's hard to kind of conceptualize a lot of the stuff that we talk about here on the foundation, but repetition is key, and there's a reason. I just want people to think, what is the reason behind Sot talking about this stuff? What is the reason behind him, talking about these topics over and over and over and over and over and over again? Like what benefit does he see or feel that could be received by those who hear the things that he's saying? Because don't nobody pay me to jump on here and do webinars, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody pay me to jump on here and do shows, on high frequency. Now, me doing that may come into the realm of offering, services through the foundation, which is a trust, to, bring in a certain type of income, but that's not, that's just a trust, and that's blah, blah, blah. But, the ultimate thing of it is like, what is it that should be garnered or picked up or retained? What is it? And overall, for me, it is that there are things that you don't know, and just because the people that you look up to, or the people that you pay, or the people that posture as though they're smarter than you, or they have higher power than you because they got some sort of position in the government, or they're a cop, or they're a CPA, or there's some type of just because you think they know doesn't mean that they know, and they don't know what they don't know. And fundamentally, we're dealing with structures that can operate internationally. And if you got a state education from a state elementary, primary school, state high school, state junior high, state college, then you got a state bar card, that's a state education. So these are state entities, and everything is all good unless you're trying to operate it internationally. So that education that you receive with the state does not necessarily correlate or translate properly to operations and different jurisdictional policies with regards to whatever type of law you're dealing with. Could be property law, could be whatever. And if you don't understand how to commercially do business internationally, you're dealing with some state stuff, that's all you're going to know. So just because you don't know it exists doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And just because the people and those around you and the professionals that you know don't know something doesn't exist, doesn't mean that it does not. So with that being said, man, look, advanced. The hidden secrets of life insurance. Now, we're not talking about term, hands down. I'm not even talking about, what is it, IUL, Index Universal Life. Nope. We're talking about whole life insurance. And we're talking about these type of life insurance that, the premiums, using paid up edition riders. First of all, my bad, I don't give legal advice. I'm not a tax attorney. I'm not any type of attorney. I don't have any type of bar card. I never, claimed to be any type of, legal anything. Public, nothing. Nah, no, I don't have any, nothing. Permission, license, nothing. And I don't give legal advice. And none of this is construed or should be construed as legal advice. This is education, information only. The foundation is educational and informational, unincorporated organization. Blah, blah. So we talking about these joints that, you can front load them heavy, but basically, there's the main thing we worried about is okay, fine. The death benefit, okay, fine. But why are we concerned about the death benefit? Because when in the private advanced, the beneficiary of these life insurance policies is the family trust or typically the family foundation. So it funds the estate. Now, imagine an estate that has life insurance policies on all of its heirs, all of its beneficiaries, all of its trustees. And imagine if that was one of the policies of that actual private estate, to secure life insurance policies for all its beneficiaries and all its trustees, what the value of that private estate could look like over 2 or 3 generations just with life insurance. Imagine if you live in a community that's known for having life insurance on all of y'all. How do you believe the police would treat you? Do you believe that the police would be popping y'all and killing y'all? Eventually, some company or life insurance company is going to have a problem with that municipality or that police force because it's costing them a lot of money. That's all I'm going to say. I'm trying to keep it on the low. I ain't squeaky wheel. So, death benefit, obviously, it funds the estate. And it acts as a reunification tool, in my opinion, because the trustees, the heirs, the successor trustees, the family, must work together and execute the contract indenture in order to have access or control over that particular life insurance policy payout. Whether it's, $500,000, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, doesn't matter. It changes the entire situation when you're talking about a family estate or a family trust or a family foundation. So, yeah, okay, fine, death benefit. But we got cash value. Cash value in the fact that, a large portion of the premiums that are paid for the policy are available to borrow against. And this is, the effective private family bank because the interest is captured in the policy. So what I'm saying is the interest adds to the principal. And the premiums, let's say the premiums you're paying are $10,000 a year. So maybe you're paying $2,500 a quarter on this particular life insurance policy on this particular key trustee, because that trustee is very important, because that trustee may be very knowledgeable, so the trust finds high value in this key trustee or key man. So after a year, there are $10,000 worth of premiums that have been paid into the policy. Those premiums, that cash value compounds typically around 4%, which means you put $10,000 into a life insurance policy by way of premiums. You have a death benefit, and the premiums that you paid into the policy are earning 4% interest. So the $10,000 is now earning 4% interest. There's really no bank account or savings account that does this. This is why this is advanced. This is why people only this is why you're very, very it's those there are those that are very interested in you thinking of life insurance as death insurance, and that's it, because they we live in the age of self, and it's all about me, the individual, right? So if it doesn't benefit me, why would I do it? And the benefits aren't even explained because blah 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 blah. So the cash value is compounding at 20%. I'm sorry, at 4%, 20%. I wish at 4% over time, and you can take a loan out on the cash value. Roughly a little less than 10,000. It's not dollar for dollar. It's a little less than 10,000, but you can take a loan out on that and do many things with it. But that loan is going to be a little bit over 4% interest. So, and then the loan, so let's say you take out 9 G's in a loan. The policy is still paying 4% on the 10,000 of the premiums, no matter how much you borrow against. Number one. Hope y'all are taking notes. And the interest on the loan from the cash value of the policy is typically a couple points or so above 4% or 5% or whatever the policy is guaranteed on the premiums that are in the policy. So, if you ever heard of hard money lenders, and they'll be like, yeah, we'll give you the money over these terms. We got to pay it back in 3 years or whatever they say. And it's going to be 12%, 14%. Yeah. A lot of them are using cash value of life insurance policies. A lot of large corporations add on to their campuses or, fund marketing campaigns and, sometimes avoid bankruptcy by accessing the cash value in the life insurance policies that the corporation holds on its key employees. I know people, a mentor of mine actually, with regards to using life insurance policies as, your family bank, showed me how to pay off $1 million in debt in less than 2.5 years using life insurance policy. You don't have to make any more money. You don't have to do anything. And plain and simple, you really just need a month of expenses saved up. But what you do is, you add to the policy until the cash value reaches, whatever your monthly or 2 months of expenses are in the cash value of the policy, you borrow against it, right? So once it reaches like 2 months of expenses or something like that, or as high as you want it, and you're paying your debts, you got a credit card bill, let's say you got a line of credit, maybe you got a car, let's just say that. You got a line of credit, you got a credit card bill, and you got a car. What you do is you pay the premiums, cash value starts to build up, take a loan, and pay off the credit card. Now, you pay off the credit card with the loan that you took out of the cash value of the life insurance policy. So credit card interest is crazy high. So you just saved a lot of money in interest just by doing that. Now, if you go back and charge the credit card up again, you're tripping. You defeat the whole purpose. But now the credit card is at zero, so now there's no more to pay on the credit card. And you take what you were paying the credit card and start paying the loan back. And you keep paying all the other bills the same way. Now you paid off the credit card. Now you have one less. Now you have the car, and you have the line of credit. And keep paying what the credit card bill back into the policy, and the cash value builds up. The interest goes in there, builds up more, compounds a little bit, and then once you get to a certain point, maybe you have enough you pay off the line of credit. You take out a loan from the cash value, you pay off the line of credit. Now the line of credit's gone, the credit card's gone, but you're still paying the credit card payment and the line of credit payment to pay off the loan now. Now you're paying off the loan, the interest is going into the loan in the life insurance policy, and you only have the car now. That's it. You're paying back the loan, and once you have enough cash value in the life insurance policy, again, you take out a loan and you pay off the car. Now you're debt free, and all you got to do is pay the loan back in the life insurance policy at a much lower percent, typically lower than 5%. This is how people with this information get out of debt. This is how people with this information stay out of debt, because you're not in debt. Let's say you were born into a family that had life insurance policies. So the family has no debt. And more than likely, there's going to be at least one or two policies with your name on them that are in the name of the family trust. And usually what happens with, when you turn 18 or 21, a lot of family trusts will say when you turn 18 or 21, you get access to this money. A lot of times that money is cash value in their life insurance policies, and it doesn't come from the actual corpus of the trust. Because if you have a lot of heirs and that's in the trust indenture, the trust will go broke after a couple generations. So if the policy of the trust is to have life insurance policies on all of the beneficiaries, then there you go. And then the policy does. The trust doesn't use any of the cash value, and if it does, it makes sure that it's all available by the time they're 18 or 21. Then there they go, and then the trust has an expense just to pay down the life insurance policies, and now the trust has all the cash value, and the beneficiary knows no better. But, essentially, if you want to be nice, the beneficiaries know about the cash value, and they use it over and over again. Maybe they buy their car, and they pay the car off. They pay off the loan and the cash value of their own policy. Maybe they put down on a house, or they buy the whole house, or they buy a fourplex, or, they take out a loan from their policy to start their own business. Or, they put themselves through college with their life insurance policy and pay off the policy. That way they don't have creditors calling them. They don't have nothing being garnished from their checks. This is advanced. This is the secrets of life insurance. Now, and the final thing is, with regards to this that I'm going to talk about, with regards to the hidden secrets of life insurance, is that there's health riders on these contracts, which means if you have some sort of terminal illness, or if you get sick or something like that, you're able to draw down on the value of the death benefit. Not just the cash value, the death benefit of the policy to pay for health care and services, so it's not a burden to the estate or the family. And it's either the family trust pays for all your health care, or the family trust draws down on the death benefit of your life insurance contract, lets you get the good benefit, doesn't incur crazy debt from the health services, and the only thing that the trust misses out on is a portion or all of the death benefit. But they didn't lose out, didn't have to go into the corpus, didn't have to sell any family estate property. This is part of the reason how the rich get richer. There's a lot of tax advantages to using life insurance policies that I'm not going to get into, because I don't really like talking about taxes. I think once you're structured properly, all the benefits of that stuff is just right there. You just got to look at it. Look at it, especially when it comes to private contractual estates, whether it be trusts or foundations. Now, just real quick, if the life insurance policy and the cash value is in the name of the private foundation is tax exempt. So if the foundation is offering loans at interest, it's making income. The private family foundation is now making income off investments tax free, because it is a 501c3 tax exempt entity. And you get into more. It doesn't have to be a foundation. It could be a trust. And the interest, the income can still technically not be taxed, because there could be a genuine, actual bona fide expense with regards to the administration of that family trust. There's it's amazing what you don't know. Let's just say that. But and then a lot of people say, "Oh, that's just for rich people." Okay, well, if you're talking about it's just for rich people, then you're talking about my grandchildren. And that's who it's for. You're absolutely right. Trusts are just for rich people. Foundations are just for rich people. And that's going to be my children and my grandchildren. It might be me. It might be me too. But it's for sure going to be my children and grandchildren who you actually talking about. So you're absolutely right. That's who it's for. So, I don't want to take up too much of your time. You know what I'm saying? But I do want, when I get into this advanced stuff, even though to me, not to me, it may be just like, but this is something that obviously I'm very familiar with, to say the least. Even though I say it's advanced, I still think it's stuff that you can grasp. I still think it's things that you can be like aha and have them aha moments like because those are the moments that I had. I had a lot of those, especially with different mentors. I mean, I even was recording a call. One time I was on the phone with my mentor and I was like, so that's how they like it's on the phone. I sounded so silly. But, I don't really have too many of those, those moments anymore, those aha moments. I used to talk about aha moments, we feel the same way about it. And, I just feel like, the way I try to come at this stuff is just to give you them aha moments. Ultimately, I know that you absolutely need, proper education, with regards to administering these entities to take advantage and protect all the absolute benefits that come along with them. Privacy, tax mitigation, asset protection, law, creditor mitigate, all, so many things. And then, you're avoiding death tax, inheritance tax, generation skipping tax, gift tax. Man, there's so many things that you don't even have to worry about because you're not playing with their pieces in the game. It's like, those cats that always, straight up, those cats that had their own skates at the roller skating rink, man. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they had the wheels that would light up, man. Them fools usually could skate better than you, man. I'm telling you, like they could skate better. And whether it was because they had their own skates or because they were so good that they, it was feasible and realistic to invest in their own private skates. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, most time they was just dripping all over us, man. Just made us feel all silly and stuff. And I could skate backwards and stuff, but man, they just don't. They over there with the one leg and stuff, and they just doing, hey. And it's the same thing with structure. It's the same thing with structure. I'm telling y'all, it's the same thing. And if you can look at this stuff as a game, you can look at credit as a game, if you can actually look at this stuff as a game and take your emotions out of it, you are going to be cold. You will be cold. Absolutely cold. You get the cold team, you do your cold dance. So, it's, to me, it's quite simple. I highly encourage that you check out this. You check out this show multiple times, check it out, take notes, whatever you got to do, because it takes repetition to get something. None of us jumped on our bicycle and just took off. We got tore up a couple times. Cried, blamed the parents, blamed whoever was trying to teach us. You let me fall. And eventually we got it. And it takes repetition. The same thing with this, man. Just because you're grown don't mean that you just catch on like blah blah. And I don't know where that expectation came from. But we gotta let go of these expectations. That's just because we grown, we know everything, we don't make no mistakes, and can't, man, look, and then just check people like, oh, you messed up, blah blah blah. Like, what you saying? You saying I can't make mistakes? What kind of world is this? I'm like, I'm just playing, man. You ain't gotta get up. Blah, blah. Yeah, okay, yeah. But that's what it is, That's absolutely what it is. And I might do another advanced, foundation advanced. I just suggest y'all take advantage of this 55% off when it comes to the real, the precious metals, and jump into trustee training. That's the main thing. And that's really what the foundation is about, man, is really just, educating individuals and families on how to administer their private estate privately, properly, in the public. And yeah, I mean, there's materials that come along with that. And it shouldn't, I don't feel like it should be all about the trust, all the trust and the indenture, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that has a lot to do with it. But the whole point is, man, look, this is for the family, fam. Whether it's the family bank, however you implement it, the family estate, the family property, the family vehicles, the family investments, the family retreat, the family, rituals that the family has, the family inside jokes. This stuff is about the family, So I just feel like, we reap what we sow. But, more importantly, it's more along the lines for me is we live in the age of information, and there's really no excuse. But those who know how to properly administer entities typically do the best in commercial endeavors. And those who know how to properly establish, administer private contract, even for the expressed reason and purpose of avoiding taxation, are able to do such that because we know how to properly administer the entity. I mean, the private contract needs to be code, and it is. But we also know how to administer it properly. We understand what arm's length is, adverse trustees are, self-dealing is. We understand jurisdiction, where jurisdiction comes in. We understand where minimum contacts are created. We understand how to mitigate minimum contacts. We use a system of interrelating trusts. And, some of these advanced concepts, I'm just bringing to the public through the foundation so that, some of this stuff that's in the private, that's private, can kind of be alluded to in the public. And there's a lot of people that talk about this stuff on YouTube. I just think kind of maybe sometimes I'll break it down a little in a different way. But if you don't know what private banking is and through life insurance and whole life and, certain types of riders and stuff, if you don't know what it is, how you going to search for it? How you going to look for it? How you going to find it? You don't know what you don't know. So, with that being said, there's going to be no phone lines this evening. But I do love and appreciate y'all. I do want to say, I think we need to, really work on that delayed gratification, being able to do things today and tomorrow that benefit next year and 5 years and next decade versus doing something today and tomorrow, expecting it today and tomorrow. I mean, it's good to be, in the moment, but it's also good to also be thinking about the future. And, I try to always think about what my little younger self would be saying to me right now. And then there's also times where I think about what I would say to my younger self. If I could go back and just holler at myself when I was 17, 16, or something like that, things would be different. But that's neither here nor there. Just, knowing that makes me take that in consideration today. And with that being said, I definitely am exercising, this hidden secret of life insurance. It took a couple years, I'm gonna be honest. It took about two. First and foremost, I knew about it for a few years and didn't do nothing. Didn't get policies, didn't do nothing. Didn't do anything. Knew about it, knew who to call. I had seen the brother, we talked about it, he mentored me. I paid the man to mentor me. You know what I'm saying? Didn't do anything about it. So I missed out on like 2 years. I would go back and be like, man, do the life insurance. That's one of the main things I would go back and say, man, quit playing with these 2 years or just 5 years or whatever and just grab it. That's one thing. But okay, so cool. So I knew about it for a couple years, and then finally I was like, oh man, I guess I hit one of them aha moments, like, man, I'm stupid. I could have been doing this the whole time. And finally, whatever. Repetition is key. Repetition is key. But so I'd only implemented the life insurance for I'm going to be honest, several years, man. It hasn't been that long. But it took a couple years, maybe about 24 months before that thing started hitting rocket fuel. And it really hits rocket fuel. And when the cash value in the policy hits rocket fuel after like 2 or 3 years, it's like making a bank or creating a business. You got to invest so much energy and time and stuff in it, and after a while, it pays for itself. It pays you, and and that's the way it's supposed to be. But look, this stuff is guaranteed. As long as you pay them premiums, baby. After 2 or 3 years, I'm telling you, I am telling you, it changed your quality of life. That's all I gotta say. You can do stuff that you couldn't do, and then I ain't never been so happy to pay a bill as far as paying back the loan, and just been, and technically on my time whenever I want to, really just like blah blah blah. But it's a priority. I understand the importance and understand the opportunity cost if we don't pay back the loan. But technically, I'm just gonna tell you, you don't have to. Who's gonna come after you? The trust gonna come after itself, and no one in the public can say, "Well, you guys didn't pay back the loans." Blah blah blah. Like, what statute says that we have to pay? I'm sorry, but yeah, heavily invested in paying it back. It's so powerful, and I'm saying if you can pay the bills, if you're paying your bills right now, you can get yourself out of debt. If you can service your debt right now, you just need that first premium. You might have to pay up for that first premium, or that first years of premiums, or whatever it is. Just get that money into those policies and get that cash value growing. It's a beautiful thing. It's an absolute beautiful thing, and in conjunction with the family trust, it's some ridiculousness, really. It's something. It's almost hard to believe. It is hard to believe. Which means almost. It's hard to believe, but it's real. It's true. So with that being said, I'm about to get up out of here. As you can tell, maybe this is I pre-recorded this. I got something going on, and some family things going on that are important. But I didn't want to leave y'all hanging, so this is pre-recorded. Y'all my people though. I love you. So I'm not going to take any calls or nothing. So, matter of fact, this ain't even live. I'm gone. I ain't even talking right now. I'm somewhere else out in the public with my daughter. But I love y'all, man. So I'm taking care of this for y'all. So, if you're interested in carrot bars, email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. 25% off everything. Fiat, trustee training, consultations, everything in the education, all webinars, the trust primer, everything. And 55% off if you pay, if you make the donation in real money. To me, it's simple, and it achieves two ends. But I think it's a hell of a deal, and it's something I've never done, and who knows if it'll be done again. But and if you take advantage of the precious metals, you're responsible for the tax and the shipping. You know what I'm saying? Don't play around. It's a great deal. 55% off, man. That's some stupid Chinese product, and this is trustee training. This is stuff coming from the foundation. This is stuff coming from the foundation here on High Frequency Radio Network. This ain't no Chinese products. But anyways, take advantage. If not, it's cool. Do your dance. And no sweat, no hard feelings, nothing like that. But make sure you check out welcometothefoundation.com. I do want to thank you for checking out the show. I just realized, I've been on High Frequency Radio Network for over 4 years. And it's been an amazing experience. I met a lot of people, a lot of cool people. I met a lot of weird people too. I'm just playing. I met a couple of weird people. But I met a lot of cool people, a lot of family, And that's the thing. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I feel like I met a lot of family dealing with high frequency. I love Yusuf like a brother. You know what I'm saying? And, I don't ever see myself leaving high frequency and going somewhere else. And I see if ever, the foundation was no longer on high frequency, it's no longer anywhere. And that's how I feel. And I feel like that. But y'all, man, the audience, the foundation listeners, I love y'all. Like, y'all are family. Those that we done business with, even some of the people that get on my nerves, I still love you. And, We still gonna keep it moving. We gonna get it popping. We gonna get our family straight. We gonna be the first catalyst within this multiple generations of healing. Healing trauma. We don't even talk about that here. Whether it's generational trauma, whether it's multi-generational trauma, whether it's single generation, just what we dealt with in this single generation. We need to deal with trauma, but hey, we need to get our estate straight up, set up, and straightened out. We need to get our entities straight up and set up. We need to get the way in which we collect and generate and bring in income. Those entities need to be set up straight, and we need to have the most control possible over these types of entities, which means they need to be private. And then moving on from there, I believe we can do anything straight up, and anything, absolutely all, if we do it together. So I love y'all. I really do. I really do. Email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. Ain't no, let me secure my spot because I know you're doing the thing in February. Nah, man. The 29th, that's it. If it's not done, it's done. So, no disrespect. I love you, but, I got to take care of myself, and I got to execute the foundation trust indenture and not, put my personal feelings into this, this mission that, I stand as a trustee. And I'm dead serious. I'm serious. I take this stuff serious. So with that being said, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I really do. I trust that y'all have a great week. I trust that this information was able to assist or help or at the very least inform you as to something that you weren't very familiar with before. Yeah, and I trust that as we all continue to invest in our private education, as we all continue to transition our estate to the private, and as we all continue to correct not only the way we do business, but how we think about business, we can all lean on each other and lean on our, shared experiences and draw, not only strength, but, some focus and dedication from those shared experiences. So I'm here with y'all, man. Even if I can't see you, even if I've never met you, I'm here with you. And I got your back. And all you got to do is email me and just keep it real and understanding that a workman is worth they hire. And I'm out here working with a lot of people trying to make it happen. So we're all special, but, I'm only one person. So with that being said, man, I love y'all. Y'all enjoy yourself. Enjoy your week. Peace to you. Peace to the gods. And I'll see you here next time on The Foundation here on High Frequency Radio. Peace to the gods.